sun can start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, start and going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Does TV. Let me fix this camera just a little bit. Just Does TV. So you guys are in luck today. Today, you get a 2-for-1. You get a 2-for-1 today. Last week, I was so busy. I forgot to post my review for BADDies CaRiBBean. So today, we're going to do episode 2 and 3. If you want to skip to episode 3, I'm going to mark it down below what time I start episode 3. So yeah. So sorry that I forgot to give you this drama. But I'm here to give it to y'all today. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because I'm almost at my goal. I appreciate you guys the most. Trust me, I do. Appreciate you guys. So let's get right into it. So BADDies CaRiBBean episode 2 starts out with Bianca setting it off on Sapphire. You know, in episode 1, that's how we ended. Bianca walked in on the dinner and immediately set it on Sapphire. Because of what Sapphire and Suki did to Mariah Lynn last season. Now, since then, Mariah Lynn has claimed, say she made up with Sapphire. You know, they squashed it. She said she conveyed this message to Bianca, but clearly something was lost in translation because Bianca came in there on 10. Child, she came in on 10. Callie, which is Blueface's sister, she bucked at Natalie, child, and then she got jumped. Child, Jayla jumped on her, Bianca jumped on her, Mariah Lynn jumped on her. Now, let me tell you something. Even though Callie got jumped, she still beat the shit out of Natalie. That's why Natalie left. Natalie had met her match. That's why she left. She really don't want to fight her again. But we'll see in the next episode because I do see she talking smack about her in the next episode. But we'll see. Anyway, now Mariah Lynn, Callie needs to smack fire out of Mariah Lynn. And the reason why I say she needs to smack fire out of Mariah Lynn because it's heated in this little room of a restaurant. Stuff going on all over the place. Everybody's looking here, there, and everywhere. Everybody's moving around. There's a lot of moving pieces in this daggone restaurant. You sit here and gonna tell me I got bumped so you got popped? She was about to ragtag you too. You lucky she was like focused on somebody else. Because that girl was going to ragtag you, Mariah Lynn. Because we all know you cannot fight. We never said you wouldn't fight. We said you can't fight. But that girl, if she was in her right state of mind, she would have ragtagged you. Just so you know. Child, please. And that was so whack. That they was not letting her get to Natalie. And Natalie was falling all over air. She was tripping on air. Child, air. I said, what in the world? That just goes to show that she can't fight. Because that girl was whopping her on the top of her head. Bah, bah, bah. I said, get her, girl. Get her. Get her. And hopefully in the next episode, in episode 4, Callie gets Mariah Lynn. Because I heard Mariah Lynn was foul this whole season. Anyway. So Natalie left. But she always talking about how she's a rich, rich bee. She got money. She's a millionaire. She's this and she's that. And she's this and she's that. Girl, we don't care about that. We came here for the drama. And she sure had called you out. But, I mean, I ain't mad at you run. Like you tell everybody else. All that mouth you talking, she whipped on you. Anyway, Bianca and Sapphire square up again. And she spit on her. She threw water on her. She was throwing her shoe at her. Bianca is... I didn't think he was like that, boo. I did not think he was like that. Because the moment she spit on Sapphire, I lost all respect for her because I think that is the most disgusting thing that you could do. Like the most disgusting thing that you can do to somebody in a fight. Child, I tell you, a long time ago, I got into an argument with this boy, and he hawk spit at me. I don't even think it got on me. I think it missed me. I told my brother went and wailed on him. Child, he never looked my direction again because he knew I was going to call my brother every time. So Sapphire was clocking her. Child, she popped out her shoulder. You know, she kicked the shit out of her though. But she was clocking, boop, 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 Bianca. I said, child, this is a hot mess. Meatball and Callie get into it, and they was about to fight because they came in together, but Callie thought that Meatball was like taking sides or something. I don't know. I think something, like I said, got lost in translation with them too because she was signaling her something, and I don't think Callie caught it. But it was chaotic. It was chaotic. This scene was chaotic, like all over the place, all over the place. This episode and next episode. Child, we're gonna talk about it though. So they all get back to the house. Natalie she had a meeting with some of the cast members. You know, her faves was there. You know, Scotty's always in the mix because she thinks she's somebody's mama, or somebody's EP herself. And then Jayla and a couple of others. What's her name? Aubrey. There was a few. Anyway, so they sound like, I swear to you, they all sound like they sucking her puss. All of them sound like they were sucking Natalie. I was just like, when are y'all just gonna stop the BS and just have a brain of y'all own and stop trying to suck up to this girl and just be yourself? Because by popular demand, they're gonna bring you back. Anyway, whatever. I feel like Jayla is doing the most. She constantly want to bring it back to herself and she's talking about the situation with Biggie, but she keep bringing it up. And I'm just like, girl, it's over with. Nobody cares. Y'all squared up. Y'all did what y'all did. We all know Biggie can't fight. We all know that you could fight. And you doing too much. You doing the most. You talking too much. You want to be seen in the camera too much. It's annoying. I literally hope that she don't come into this being another ET. I literally hope she do not come in this being another ET. We don't want to see another ET. And that's what it's giving me right now. So I suggest you pipe it down a little bit. Anyway, Tasiki and Biggie talk the next day. You know, they still a vibe, child. They are still a vibe. She just missing some people. But they still a vibe. They still cool. It is what it is. You know, Tasiki always going to be honest with Biggie. You know, she told her, you know, that she messed with both of them. And, you know, Jayla kept her head up, but you know Biggie tried to keep her head up, but she told Biggie she got to do better. And I'm not mad at her. You know, I ain't mad at Tasiki. Tasiki wants to know if Biggie is gonna give the chain back, the pendant back to Jayla. And initially Biggie said no, she's not giving it back to her or whatever. But Tasiki convinced her to give it back, which I think that was good. It doesn't make any sense for you to keep that girl's chain. Just give it back to her. It's not that serious because that would have been a whole nother issue. But that's neither here nor there. Child, I'm gonna post a picture of Biggie's confessional look. Child, that hair was given. She looked cute in orange because it matches her skin tone. It brings her out, but the hair was given. I'm gonna post a picture of it. Mariah and Bianca shows up, and you know, Bianca says she riding for Mariah, and I'm just like, I don't know why, child. I don't know why that's dumb, because Mariah is not gonna ride for you, and we'll see that later on. So Mariah she sounds stupid. Talking about if I get bumped, you know, it was a heated. I'm just like, it was a heat of the moment. It happens. People bump into one another because they moving around. Girl, you sound stupid. You sound stupid. So they on their way to Barbados, right? And again, she draws the line. Natalie draws the line because these girls is on a private jet. These girls is on a regular, plane. But it looked semi-private. It didn't look like it was like a regular plane. It looked like they rented them a semi-private plane because I think it was just the cast members and stuff. But it wasn't like a private jet. But I mean, they all arrive at the house in Barbados. And the house is really nice. I really like that house. So it's kind of like one huge house. I think she said it had 12 bedrooms in it. And then the guest house had like 6 bedrooms in it. or whatever, but it's still nice. It's still a big house. They still semi together, which I appreciate, regardless if it's a guest house or it's a regular house. I like the fact that they are in one space, and if they need to come together, they could come together. I like that. And then, so I didn't like the fact that Jayla started telling Biggie that she's not going to sleep in this house. And I'm just like, are you going to be Rolly this season too? So you going to embody E.T. and Rolly this season? Because Rolly thought she was the EP last season, and now you coming in here, you think you're the EP too this season? And then you're doing too much like E.T. was doing? Girl, just please don't let me like you. Don't make me not like you. Don't make me not like you. You are right now, but don't make me not like you if you want to embody these two characters on the season. So, you know, here we go again. Somebody trying to be Natalie. Anyway, so they end up fighting. Because what happened was, they was talking, and Jayla, she wanted to fight her anyway. That's the whole reason why she started the conversation, because she wanted to fight her, because she kept saying she's going to be fighting her, fight her. Girl, we already see you. We don't need to keep seeing you, but it is what it is. Biggie starts crying and yelling at Natalie, that Natalie was being messy on that live, which is true. I already told y'all that last episode that she was being messy on that live. I mean, it is what it is. But Biggie should have expected what Jayla did. Like, Jayla caught her. She talking about, oh, she snuck her. She didn't sneak her. She was standing right in your face. She didn't sneak you. She was standing right in your face. And you should have expected what was coming, because she was still up in arms, one. And two, when she took off her glasses, you should have knew it was up. So you slipped. And that's on you. That's not on her, because she was doing what she was supposed to do. She did what she said she was going to do. She came and did what she was supposed to do. You were slipping. So you can't get mad at everybody else because you were slipping. Child, I was just like, you should have seen that coming. And then, I don't know, I think Biggie was on her period or something, because she was doing way too much crying. Way too much crying. I had never seen her cry that much on an episode in my life. In my life. Never. So I'm thinking she was on her period. She was going through emotional, she was having an emotional breakdown or something like that. I don't know. But then she just kept throwing a tantrum. Like, the whole rest of the episode, she threw a tantrum. And I was just like, it is what it is. We know you can't fight. And it's okay. We know you gonna fight. And that's okay. You mad because you got beat up, and you mad because you got popped and she punked you. It's okay. We still like you. You still out you still the man in our eyes. But all of that crying, girl, get up. Stand up. Come on. Throw some dirt on it or something, child. Because Sapphire and Bianca goes at it again. And my whole thing is now, after all of that fighting, all of that stuff you talking about, oh, I got my boobs done a month ago, and it's all about you got your boobs done. And I'm just like, girl, stop using excuses. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. If you're not, you're not. But don't just. You should have never came in and popped off on her if you got your boobs done a month ago. Don't think about it now, after y'all done got it in how many times, and now you want to say, oh, I just got my boobs done, and da 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 da. It's not an excuse. Nobody wants to hear it. Anyway, so that was episode 2. Child, that was episode 2. And I feel like it's heating up. It's a lot of tension in this house. But we're going to see how it plays out. So, without further ado, child, let's get on to episode 3. Número 3. Child. This episode was full of fights. Another episode full of fights. Literally the whole 46 minutes, fights. They barely had any conversations. I was just like, this is a lot. This is a lot, child. This is a lot. Anyway, so it starts off with Bianca and Sapphire still fighting. Bianca snatches Sapphire's wig off her head, takes it, runs and flushes it down the toilet. It was already pee in the toilet. And, whatever. Sapphire up and down the house, talking about, oh, she spit on me and now she took my wig. I'm going to beat her up. It's just principle. Yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But she was knocking her upside her daggone head, child. She was knocking her upside her head. Child. Yes, she was. Scotty was annoying me, per usual. The whole episode, I was just like, Scotty, she was asking mad questions, kind of talking to everybody. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, child? What are we doing here? I was like, at this point, girl, just grab a mic and do interviews. Because you was doing the most too. Like, just everywhere. Trying to have, let me just talk to you and let me find out why you did and said. You can't be saying that and you can't be, Scotty is always going to get under my skin. Then this dumb broad proceeds to say she spitted on her. Spitted. Yep. Still at a 3rd grade level. Girl, I thought you would have leveled up from last season, like you trying to level up your teeth and close that gap. I thought you would have leveled up your vocabulary, leveled up your speaking, but apparently I was wrong. I gave you too much credit. It won't happen again, child. It won't happen again. Especially when I'm remembering who I'm dealing with. It won't happen again. So Sasiki said, Sasiki said to Sapphire, girl, she done threw your wig in the toilet and it's all pissy and stuff like that. You're going to have to eat her up, child. I said, Sasiki, I know Sasiki be looking at these girls like, all this talking and all of this arguing, child, we would have already got down. I would have already mopped you already. But, child, that's all, whatever. This whole episode, all I kept saying was, why is Aubrey here? Did anybody else feel that way? Comment down below and let me know if you felt that way as well. I just was like, why is she even here? For notoriety because of her name and, but her commentary, the questioning. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better. But we'll see. And then Meepo gonna ask, what she said? This is what we doing? And I'm just like, girl, stop acting like you never seen an episode of Baddies before. Like, you know what it is. You know what it's given. Don't be asking dumb questions on camera, child. Don't do it. Don't do it. They called Mariah to the front because, Bianca said she was fighting for her. So they want answers. So they asked Mariah, did she know that Bianca wanted to fight Sapphire? And she said she didn't know that Bianca was gonna sneak Sapphire. Okay, so girl, what? That means you knew she was gonna fight her because you didn't even answer that question. You went to right to, I didn't know she was gonna sneak her. So you knew she was gonna fight her. And I think Sapphire said it. So you knew she wanted to fight. I think Sapphire said it. Mariah, you put a battery in that girl back. You know you put a battery in her back because you was talking mad crap. But we'll get to that later. And then you want to clear, hide your hands because now the ammunition is coming your way. Because you knew you put a battery in that girl back and they calling. I don't trust Mariah. I don't like her. I've never trusted Mariah. I didn't like the fact that she was flip-flopping last season. And then here we go again this season with the extra drama. Excuse me. Mariah said she said she told Bianca that her and Sapphire made up, and if they want to have a conversation about it, they can have a conversation about it. And Bianca was like, she's down for a conversation, and I'm just like, for some reason I don't believe that's how it went, because Bianca always kept saying, oh, they played my friend. I'm caping for my friend. I don't like the way they did her last season. Yada yada yada. So I don't think that's how it went. And then I just don't think that's how it went. Anyway. And then Jayla tried to pipe in. And I'm just like, her and Scotty in a race of who could interview the best. I don't know. But then she started saying stuff like, because she wasn't making sense. The stuff that she was saying, talking about, I need you to hear me, but you're not hearing me. And I'm just like, but she answered your question. So clearly she's hearing you. She said she told that girl not to fight her, Sapphire. That they became friends. So what is she not hearing? No, you're not hearing. because you want camera time, and you want people to pay attention to you. Girl, get out of here. I know these girls gonna annoy me this season. They are. I just want Jayla and Scotty to stop talking at this moment. Because I was just like, enough is enough. Like, y'all talking entirely too much. Y'all talking in the confessionals too much. Y'all talking on the camera too much. And I'm just like, shut up. Okay? So the new girls come, the new girls start to arrive. Meatball she want Gretchen. She got to be for Gretchen because she said Gretchen was online popping it. And Tink wants Diamond because she feel like she needs to be, get her back still from the castings, that part. So the new girls slowly start to come into the house. Gretchen and Diamond walk in, and Meatball caught up. Bam! Right upside. Yo, her whole face was like swollen up. Yo, she punched her so hard. She gave her the 2 piece of a lifetime, child. She punched her so hard, I felt it through the TV. The way she punched that girl. I said, ooh, yo. Yeah, so Gretchen was saying that Meatball said the other girls want her out the house. But she wouldn't tell her who said what. She started questioning her, like, who said it? What's going on? Like, trying to get to the nitty gritty of it. And Meatball wouldn't tell her. And Meatball said that Gretchen was online popping it, so she got to get her. And I'm just like, I don't know who's telling the truth. So Tink goes straight for Diamond. And, and they start getting down, They really wasn't doing nothing but kissing and hugging to me, honestly, because I was just like, what are they doing? Kissing? What are they doing? They hugging each other like they greeting each other? And them little punches that was like sliding off, I don't know. They wasn't really doing nothing. That first round. But child, Tink is mad funny. She had me cracking up from her confessionals. Drop that in below and let me know if y'all was cracking up too, because I was cracking up in those confessionals when she was saying all of that stuff. Child, I said, she is made for TV. I like her. But Meatball was whipping Gretchen's butt. Because there was 2 fights happening simultaneously, they had to keep going back and forth, and Meatball was whipping Gretchen's tail. Baby, when I tell you she was putting it on her, she put it on her. They was going round for round, each of them. They was all going round for her. But Tink, when Tink rushed Diamond and slammed her through that door, I said, child, give it up. Right now. Give it up. I would have just let her have it. Because she slammed her through that door like she was a linebacker on a football team. I said, child, give it up. Because I would have just said, here, girl, you can have it. We ain't going to do this no more. You got it. You beat me at the auditions, and now you beating me here. You got it. Because she tore her up. All 3 rounds, she tore her up. I'd have just gave it to her. Diamond was doing too much. But she needed it. I liked that. I needed to see Diamond get her butt whipped because she has so much mouth. Ugh. Kick her butt, Tink. All the time. Sidebar. Is Tink bleaching her face? Child, her face look like one of those Jamaicans that be bleaching their face and it be red because they skin pigmentation. Forget I said it. But y'all let me know. Because I was just like, is she bleaching her face? Because her face is... She looked like... I'm telling y'all. Anyway... Diamond keeps saying she want more after so many rounds. I think they had 3 or 4 rounds, but her face is telling me otherwise, child, especially after she slammed her into that door. I don't think you really do. She's just talking. And then we have Gretchen, who dropped the N-word, child. The N-word, which they made it, I think the rest of the episode was about her dropping the N-bomb. Now... Okay. They mad. So I feel like they took her use of the N-word out of context. And they made it out to be more than it needed to be. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. Now, I'm going to say this. I know she shouldn't have said it. And once they spoke to her about it, she shouldn't have said it anymore. She should have stopped saying it once they spoke to her about it when she initially said it, right? Then she proceeded to say it like 4 or 5 more times. So whatever happens after that, girl, it's on you because they already told you what was what, right? So whatever happens to her, because they duffed her out. Anyway, but my whole thing is, I understood the context that she said it in, and she wasn't calling it out to any specific person. She says it just like home, how boys be talking, my N-word, my like that. That's how she said it. But I get them saying, oh, you can't use it, blah, 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 because I be feeling the same way too. I understand that part. So I'm not saying that, I'm not taking away from her not being able to say it. What I'm saying is I understand the context that she used it in and how she used it. And she didn't use it derogatory, right? And then for Aubrey to get in a comment and say, oh, I didn't know we had a racist in the house. And I'm just like, now you're doing too much. Like, y'all stretching it and y'all doing too much, right? Even in those little groups, they made it seem bigger than what it was. Oh, she was running around saying, throwing the N-word out, throwing the N-word out. And I'm just like, I understood the context in what she used it in. But then her explanation behind it is what pissed me off. Like that, it all went downhill with the explanation and then her saying, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like pissed me off for it. So even after a while, like after she kept saying it, after Scotty spoke to her and everybody was telling her what was what, I was even screaming at my TV, Jayla, get her. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, because she took me there for a minute too, just after she kept saying it. And I'm just like, all right, you playing? Now you playing. So now you gonna get what you deserve. And they was getting her too. I just didn't like the fact that for her to say, oh, it just comes out when I get mad. Ma'am, what? And then she said, yeah, when she feels attacked. It just comes out when she just feels attacked. And I'm just like, I'm not buying it. And it makes me feel like you're quite comfortable saying it. So that means you use it often for you to say, it just comes out when I get attacked. Okay. And then for her to say, I don't really give a shit, that was annoying too. So they commenced to whipping her butt. Like everybody, rightfully so. Everybody was pouncing on her. Everybody was getting a piece. I said, just beat her up. I don't condone violence. But get her. And this went on for like a half an hour. I was just like, oh, child, let it go. And then what annoyed me again, Scotty talking about, oh, I need to Google something. Girl, you just said spitted it. You need to walk around with a dictionary in your pocket. And for you to sit here and say you want to Google, I want to Google where Puerto Ricans come from. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I told y'all, 3rd grade. I told y'all, it's just gonna keep giving us 3rd grade. Everybody had a turn, and child, it was a mess. Child, Jayla got bit on her chest. She bit her. But I was laughing because my whole thing is, there's no rules in a fight. So I would have did the same thing. I would have did a Mike Tyson on you. Your ear would have been bit. Like everything would have been bit. Like I would have been putting hands, feet, eyelashes. Like everything would have been on you. Teeth, nails dug out to try to gouge out your eye. Like all of it. All of the things. All of the things. There's no rules in fighting. So I don't even understand why y'all are surprised that these things happen. Child, please. But when they squared up the final time, Jayla dragged her for dear life, child. She was dragging her all over that floor. That girl was mad. You see her face? Y'all see her face? More than once. She was mad, beating that girl up. I heard good. But at this point, everybody popped up. And, I mean, it is what it is. She was getting popped so much that she just left. because she, you know, she left out the house because it was enough, child. And then Tink was dancing all over Diamond's wig. She was stepping on it, dancing on it, sliding on it, splitting on it, popping on it, locking on it, everything on that wig. Child, it was funny. It was funny. She was giving me life. I was cracking up the whole time. All the little skits that she was doing, the crawling on the floor, the dancing, the everything. I just said, child, this girl is made for TV. She right on time, girl, right on time. Right on time. But then at this point, the argument that they was having was dragging on too long. I think I fast forwarded like 20 minutes of it. I was getting bored because I was just like, how long are they gonna argue? Or how long are they gonna show us them arguing? I was just like, oh, I'm tired of this. So I fast forwarded like 20 minutes, and then they was still arguing. 20 minutes later, child, what? I don't know. And Diamond just needed to pick up her face off the floor because she knew she got beat up. She was just talking, telling Scotty she bopped in her lip. Girl, you got a couple of hits in, but that was it. And it was like every round you maybe got 1 or 2 hits in, child. But pick your face up off the floor because she was dogging you out. She was clowning you hard. It is what it is. But thank God Natalie stopped it and said it's bedtime because, child, I was over it. I was just like, all right, when is this going to stop? So they all got drunk, they all got naked, and they jumped in the pool. And it went off with them in the pool, baptizing one another, and all kind of stuff. But, child, the next episode, that's the one I really want to see. Because, of course, Natalie calls one of her infamous meetings, and they all out on the lawn, and they about to get it in, child. They about to get it in. But it really seems like more of Baddies Fight Club than it does BADDies CaRiBBean. But we'll get there, I hope. I hope we'll get there. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys for BADDies episode 4, child. Yes, I will. Love you guys.